What's up, everybody? This is Brandon, also known as the DeFi Guide. In today's video, it's just a follow-up to the brand new liquidity position that I opened yesterday. So if you haven't watched that yet, watch yesterday's video. Today, I'm just going to show you what has happened to the position as the price moved down a little bit. I'm going to collect fees, and then I'm going to utilize a spreadsheet to calculate the performance of my liquidity position. So before we get into the video, make sure to learn and obey the #1 rule in DeFi, which is to keep your seed phrase, those 12 words for your wallet. Keep your seed phrase to yourself. Don't give it to anybody, no matter what they say to you. Don't enter your seed phrase into a website. Okay, that's the most common scam. So just avoid that. Keep your seed phrase to yourself, and everything will be okay. So I opened the position yesterday with ETH trading around 1852, and the price is now trading at 1838. Let's take a look at the video from yesterday. You could see the balance of my position was about 19% WETH and a little over 80% USDC. If we look at the position today, click into here, there's more WETH, about 28% WETH and less USDC in the position. That is literally because the price traded down, and at any given time in this liquidity position, based on the current spot price, the upper limit and the lower limit, this portion up here is going to be comprised of WETH, and the portion below the spot price is going to be the USDC. So the price went down a little bit, the WETH portion grew, the USDC portion shrank. That's because as traders sold WETH to a lower price, our liquidity position was buying WETH from the traders. Now, not a huge yield on this position, not a lot of trading volume, swap volume over the last 24, 26 hours or so, but we're going to go ahead and collect the fees anyway. Just unlocking my ledger device, I will collect the fees. A little bit of WETH, a little bit of USDC, $1.07. And there we go. Now, yesterday I opened the position. So I'm using this spreadsheet to track the performance of my position. I opened the position yesterday at 5:24 p.m. That's UTC time on May 2nd, $396.84. So there's the date and time. I'm going to record the capital that I deposited into the position. So this is going to be equals 384. What did I say? 396.84. So that was the dollar value of the USDC that I deposited into the position, $93.56. That was the dollar value of the WETH that I deposited into the position. And once again, I'm recording the exact date and time in UTC. Let me insert a row here. Now, today it is May 3rd, 8:35 p.m. UTC. And we collected $1.07 worth of fees. Now I'm going to copy and paste this formula here. The formula here is going to calculate the exact daily rate, the yield that I earned in a 24-hour time period. So let's edit this formula a little bit. First of all, we're taking the $1.07 that I earned in fees, and I want to divide that by the amount of capital that I invested. The copied spreadsheet used this cell. So let's change that to cell D19. Right? So it's dividing the $1.07 by the $490.40 that I invested. And that's going to tell you the raw yield, what percentage the fees were compared to the amount that we invested. But then it's also going to divide by the length of time, the number of days it has been since we opened the position to this date and time where we collected fees. That's this part of the formula. I'm not sure if this will come out too clearly on the YouTube video. I'm just subtracting the most recent date and time. Excuse me, I'm just subtracting the original date and time from the most recent date and time. So that's going to calculate the exact number of days. In this case, it was 1 day, 3 hours, and 11 minutes. And so Google Spreadsheets is going to calculate the exact number of days that it's been, divide that into the yield that I earned, and that will calculate the exact yield per 24-hour period that I earned just this moment that I collected those fees. And then I take this formula here and simply compute the monthly yield by multiplying by 30%. And then I multiply times 365 to give me the APR. So not amazing, but not too shabby, 70% APR. Pretty much on a weekend, Friday night into Saturday all day. And yeah, not a lot of swap volume on the weekends, so that's not too horrible. And then I like to calculate my average APR over time. So what this formula does is pretty much the same thing, except for it's going to add up all the fees that I collect. Sorry, my dog is choosing this moment to cough up a lung. Stop that. Stop. Stop it. Okay. So this formula is going to be copied and pasted every time I enter a new row and collect fees. But I don't want to add the fees for this old example position. So I'm just going to start with F20. So have the little $sign in the formula there. That's going to make it sticky. So every time I copy and paste the formula, it's going to continue using that particular cell. And again, we want D19 for the original investment value. And we're going to use E19 for the original date and time. So I'll show you how this formula works. So let's insert another row. Let's just pretend that I come back the next day, 5, 4, 8, 30 p.m. Let's say we get a little bit less. Let's say we only earn $1.05. What I can do is just copy and paste these formulas all in one go. So once again, it's going to calculate the raw yield and then divide by the number of days that it's been to give you the 24-hour yield. There's the 30-day yield, the annual yield. This average is going to add up all the fees collected so far and divide by all the time that has passed since we first opened the position. So that will give us an average daily yield, and then I simply multiply by 365 to get the total yield. Now I will go ahead and share this spreadsheet. It's a Google spreadsheet, so anybody can access this. I'm not going to share it such that you can edit the spreadsheet. I'm just going to share a link so that you can view this spreadsheet. In order to make that viewed version your own, where you can edit it, put your own data in, all you have to do is go to the File menu and hit Make a Copy. Okay, so you can make your very own copy of this spreadsheet. You probably want to blow away all of this data. This is just sample data. These are actual positions that I was running last year when I first made this spreadsheet. But yeah, I do all of this in Microsoft Excel myself, but I did make this Google Sheets version to share with everybody on the interwebs. Okay, so that is how you collect fees. I simply came in here and clicked on the button to claim my fees. The Uniswap DEX sent those fees over to my wallet, and then I put the data in, and we calculated our performance and what kind of yield that we earned in that first 27-hour time frame. Okay, that's about it for the video. Short and sweet. Hope you enjoyed it. And I do plan on creating some more short videos. Particularly, I want to cover what to do when the price escapes our range. So we'll see what happens with the price of ETH. Of course, I have no idea what's going to happen. I do believe that we might get a little bit of a dip in the next few days. I'd like to see the price dip down into this area where I've got sort of a trend channel. Right now, we seem to be kind of trending upward, but it looks to be running out of steam. Anyway, outside of the scope of this video, hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment down below. I'll see you next time.